one John, a legend in the phone. Disney Lorcana, he caught us with the known. Dex heavy hitters got the magic touch. Opponents chalk up losses, John's in the clutch. Born a card king, truly undeniable. Winning every
What's
game.
up, everybody? We're back. Not but a couple days later. A lot of cool stuff happened this last weekend. John went to the Southside Gaming 4-case, 8-case. They gave a case away to a whole table. Bounty 5 boxes. Promos were raining from the sky. The Stitch artist himself was there just signing whatever. I heard that thing was massive for pricing, and it was free. What? Hello?
Yeah, free entry. It was like $15, but it turned to be a free tournament of 8 cases. That's pretty good.
That's awesome. Those guys put on one heck of a event. I caught the stream. I was watching a lot of the rounds. I saw you and Mark in the Swiss doing the thing. How'd you do?
So in the Swiss, I was undefeated until like round 5. I played against Red Purple. Red Purple is a bad matchup. So it is what it is. And especially when they win a die roll, it's like, I gotta be able to play. I'm on a draw twice because when I'm on a play, I win. But when I'm on a draw, it's really hard because playing Rider Sisu is really good against Blue Red.
Yeah, that pesky 2-drop Flynn Rider doing the thing.
Yeah, and they have it every time.
What was the meta like there?
So the meta was Red Purple was number 1. Then there was Blue Red. Then there was Amber Steel, and then there's some Blurple and Green Steel.
Yeah, I saw the Blurple player
was undefeated.
Yeah, I saw he was full undefeated. Like his only game loss was in top 4, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I was like, wow, he did good.
Is there a possibility that could be like the sleeper deck that everyone thought it was a meme, but that guy made it for real?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Blurple lists popping up everywhere, winning, tested online. Blurple been actually beating Blue Red a lot more lately, so that's only like his bad matchup. And Amber Steel is a real bad matchup, but you can beat it if you know how to play around all the stuff.
How many people were there? There was like 90, I think I saw.
Yeah, 108 people signed up, but
hit the triple digits.
I think it's only like 94 that actually came. So there's like some spots still open.
Okay. Well, that's cool. I'm glad you guys did it. I mean, you and Mark did really well. Mark got top 8. It felt so bad you guys had to play against each other in the top 8 round.
Yeah, Mark was undefeated too until I think the last round in top 8. No, the last round in Swiss, he played against a Blurple player, and a Blurple player won, and he was at 19 lower. And I was like, oof, Big Elsa come down, bounce Big Elsa, play Big Elsa again, and it was pretty good.
Didn't you do that to Mark too? Didn't Mark have you at 19 in top 8?
So in top 8, when I played against Mark, he was playing Amber Steel aggros, similar to Pandiola's, but not Dwarven Mine. So they're really weak against Big Sisu. And the game I played that I won, he was at 19. And I just like Big Sisu, Big Sisu, Big Sisu. And I was able to push for like 12 and then 18 and just in the game.
Yep. The dragons do close out the game. That's kind of, I mean, that's why you've been so set on Blue Red. It plays the most dragons.
Blue Red. The reason why I'm set on Blue Red was not because of that. It was just because I think last set was like one of the best decks in the meta to play, like against all matchups. But now I'm deciding like Blue Red is still good, but I think other decks still can beat it. I don't think it's that S tier deck as it used to be.
Right. So, we're recording this video the 29th. That's Sunday. So we've got your Continentals is what, 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks for Continentals.
2 weeks.
I myself, I'm going to Atlanta this weekend to SCG Con. That's a big multi TCG event. They've got the big standard event and stuff like that, but they've also got Lorcana. They've got a 1K on Friday, a 2K on Saturday, and another 1K on Sunday. Plus, they've got like these weird, if you go 3-0, you get a bunch of ticks kind of thing. So there's going to be a lot of Lorcana played. I don't know if there's a lot of people played. I didn't check the last sign up sheets, but do you think that's going to be, I wouldn't say crucial or vital, but do you think that's going to be something people are going to be looking at because of the last minute data before Continentals?
Everybody's gonna take notes of the last minute of what wins, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like the same other tournaments. Not much really coming out and winning. So it's gonna be like red, purple, emerald, steel, or blue, red. It's gonna like win those tournaments.
So
So
like this, for instance, let's say Blurple wins the Friday and the Saturday event, right?
mhm.
And like top 8s or top 4s the Sunday event. Do you think that could that
it'll just
push
be on people's
things?
radar, but
Right.
it'll make everybody be like, oh, I got a good match. Everybody's gonna say I got a good match versus Blurple. Blue red players gonna be like, I got a good match versus Blurple. Amber Steel's gonna be like, I got a good matchup to Blurple. So I'm not really worried about it. So I don't think people are gonna really overlook it. Only the people that's gonna play Blurple that likes Blurple, you know.
Right. I mean, that
So
makes
if they're
sense.
like, oh, Blurple's good now, I can finally play the deck that I want to play. And those people are gonna try to pick it up and play it.
I
Everybody
mean,
else is gonna stick with their playing.
I might even try it for one of those 3 events just because I like Sail the Azracy and I like Genie, so smash them together and bam, Blurple exists.
Yeah, I would play Blurple too. Like I tried Blurple before, and I like the deck, but just that it lacks on removal. It only got Let It Go and Hades, so it's like when they go wide, you can't really board wipe, you can't reset the board, you can't get rid of all the characters, and then you
Right.
just play one Hades to kill one guy, and they be like, all right, quest for 12, and then you just
Yeah.
be like, oh, I'm dead.
Yep. Can't stop the zoo style decks, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
So again, Continentals coming up soon, coming up fast. I know you got big expectations. I think everybody in your
Yeah.
corner is we've all got big expectations. We're also cheering you on. We want you to do really well. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
ask you what your exact lists are. I don't think you're gonna want to say that, especially with the deck list being closed until top 16. Which I think is correct, right?
Yeah, so all the deck listing is going to be um not available until the top 16. So once you get top 16 and you do your first matches, I'm pretty sure that's when they give out all of the deck lists
right.
because then they can know what jank you're playing. But, oh, you're not playing no dimes? Okay, I ain't got to worry about that. Or you ain't playing no B preps? All right, I'm just gonna put everything to the board. Stuff like that.
Which is kind of weird to me. They have to save it till top 16 because like realistically, once top 16 happens, once we've gotten down to the final 16 decks, I'm pretty sure everyone's going to know what the other person's on. Realistically, like you said, like, are they playing a specific card? Are they teching a specific card? Sure, that's going to be important, but waiting to the top 16, I don't even why, like, because wasn't EU was all of day 2 was open decklist, right?
Yeah, all of day 2 is EU. Yes, day 2 is open necklace. Yes, because top 16 in day 2.
Oh, that's right.
Day
It was
1
top
is the
16, right? Okay.
day 1 is the Swiss, and then day 2 is the top 16. And
Oh,
then
so
you
it's
just have to
day
win one match though to get the worlds. One match.
what in day 2?
Yeah,
Okay, because day 2 is top 16. Oh, where was I at?
I'm just
You
I'm just
you
nervous
made it
about the
sound
rest
like there
too.
was extra rounds. I guess I was stupid listening to that. That's okay.
Yeah.
So same thing as same thing as EU. Okay, got it. Because I asked you, I was just like, hey, is it the same thing? You're like, no, only top 16 get it. I'm
Mhm.
like,
I'm just worried about the best of
okay.
2. That's the main problem.
Well, I
Like,
mean,
yeah,
that's
best of 3, it wouldn't be that problem. I can easily 5-0 and draw into the day 2. But the best of 2 is like when on the play and
it.
drawing.
Two game format is definitely interesting. I don't know if I hate it. I don't know if I like it. I think I've played like 2 events with it so far, and I was like 1-0-3. right? Like I just I 2-0'd one person and then I just chopped the rest of the other matches. So
Yeah.
and it was funny too because I actually left that event early because I was like, oh, I have an hour drive. I don't want to stay here for it. So I'll just drive. And they're like, no, like you have a chance to top 8 if you haven't taken a loss yet. And I'm like, to me, if you're 103, I don't even know how that's even possible. But I guess it's the from
It
playing
depends on how many
Pokemon.
players there are. Because it was like
That's
a
true.
5 rounder and there's not that many players. You can go to 2-0 like twice and draw 3 times and you still probably make it. It takes like 1-0-2 and then it's hard for you to make it anything.
Right. So I think maybe 2-game format makes a speedier event, but it also
Mm-hmm.
it makes losses feel worse. If you've lost the match, I think that makes it feel so much worse. But
So I was gonna say best of two is like it's not that problem. Just that like most decks can win on a play, most decks can win like some decks can't win on a draw. So it makes some decks not really valuable because playing the best of two, and then you just draw every time. You can't win on a draw, and you just gotta get lucky to win on a draw. And I think blue red is like really good on a play. On a draw is really hard to beat. Like red purple, even amber steel now, or probably even blurple on a draw because they ramp faster than you and it's just drop rabbits and stuff.
I think
So
I think red blue is probably the best deck you can play if you're going first always. If you're on the play, I don't think
hmm
any deck if you just hit the natural sickle into 2-drop ramp into 4-drop ramp or however like I think that is just such like one of the most powerful things you could be doing in this game. But like you said, like on the draw, it almost it
hmm
almost feels abysmal. Like especially if they have if their turn 2 is X and your turn 2 is Tipo or Sail, you're just like, well, I don't really feel like I'm gaining on them at this point.
just they go Daisy and then Piglet and then
Yeah.
lose.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, they gated in what 5 lord at one turn. Yep.
Well,
So it'd be at 7 before
I
you
mean,
even interact.
you are the red blue master. That has been floating around the last, let's say,
Difficult
couple
to say.
hours today.
Maybe a top red blue player in NA.
Oh.
But blue red is not like people say I'm blue red master, but blue red just because I played blue red at every event for like the last since season 4, like the last 3 DLCs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was always playing different decks. Like the first DLC at Atlanta, I went undefeated with green purple. I lost in day 2, but green purple was good. Then the next one I played blue steel, and I made top 32 with blue steel. And then the one after that, I was like switched to blue red. And then I got top 8 with blue red.
Yep.
That was my first.
Got your
That
Mickey.
was my first DLC with blue red. And I got top 8.
Yep.
And then I went to Seattle and played with blue red. I got another top 32, which ironically I lost to red purple again on the draw. And I was on play. I was like, I got the Mickey, but that's how the cookie run crumbles. Like at the A case, I lost to another red purple player. He won the whole tournament. Every time I lose to somebody, I'm pretty sure they win the tournament. Like at Charles Collectible tournament,
Mm-hmm.
played against the Candio. He beat me. He won the tournament. So yeah, that's how it goes. I guess I'm lucky. So when you beat me, you can win a tournament.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good that's a good tournament history that you either you spike it or the person that beats you in the last round that
yeah,
you play spikes it. So
yeah. Just like Zan beat me at Vegas, and he won the whole tournament.
yep, that's true. It's like you're a
I was like, what?
gatekeeper. You're like you're like the final boss,
Mm-hmm.
You're
Yeah.
like the penultimate boss, but in those and basically those fights are
I was
better
like,
than the
what?
ulti bosses.
Uh,
Um so obviously you're feeling comfortable with at least one deck. We all know for sure.
yeah.
We
I
know
feel
you're
comfortable with the
comfortable with
blue
one.
red, but I might like I want to play red purple. To be honest, like if I'm set to this field, I would want to play red purple. I think red purple going to have a really good matchup versus a lot of the field. Amber Steel might be really hard, but if you know how to pivot and play around most things, and you can beat Amber Steel, and you pretty sure you can do good with it. But it's just the best of two is really going to be hard, especially because you play a lot of mirrors. You're gonna be like, they get more genies or rabbits than you, and you just lose, you know. And Amber Steel can get a crazy curve with Cinderella, and you lose. So it's like scary to play, but you gotta take the risk sometimes. But I'm just like, do I take the risk and play red purple, or do I just stay on old faithful blue red and just be like, I know what I'm doing, this is what I'm gonna do, try to get top 16, and then try to win that one match to get the worlds.
So, I mean, it's all going to come down to like your testing here. Like in
Yeah.
the next like 5-6 days, your testing is going to be
Hmm.
very vital. You already know that.
Hmm.
Okay, so obviously best of two, or sorry, 2-game format. Closed deck list day one. What would you say, even with obviously with the other events that's happened, Charlie's, Southside, all the other like decent sized events that's happened since EU Continentals. Where are you feeling like the meta's going to lean towards? Are we going to still be in the hyper aggressive green purple amber steel aggro, even maybe possibly the green steel dock aggro with Diablos?
Yeah. So I think the meta's gonna lean. So the EU, green purple and red purple was at the top winning. Blue red was a huge number there. And I think every tournament after that we played, red purple, green purple, were doing really good at those tournaments. Even Amber Steel was at the top. But for some reason blue red never won any of them yet. It's always around, but never won. But I think NA still gonna be a lot of blue red. And there's going to be a lot of red purple. That's going to be the best two decks that they'll bring. And then there's going to be some amber steel, and there's going to be one person on green steel, probably Zach Saeed, and and there'll be other people that's going to play different decks. They play Blurple and stuff, but I'm pretty sure red purple's going to do really good, especially if they hit their good matchups, because they can beat blue red easily if they know what they're doing. And that's what I predict is going to happen.
Okay, so because see, like I'm thinking it's gonna be. I think you're right. It's gonna be a lot of blue red, but hear me out. Don't roast me. It's gonna happen. You're gonna hate me for saying this because I think minus you and like maybe one other player and out of N Continentals, I think majority of the people that bring like I think blue red's gonna be like try to be bullied out. I think that's what's
Yeah.
we're gonna see, right? Like obviously you're John Williams, you top deck everything you need at any given moment. We all saw that on a stream multiple times yesterday. Uh, I I could see it either not getting completely shoved out. I mean, it's going to be probably the second most represented deck in that room, but I could see decks trying to say like, okay, can I 2-0 the red blue player? If I can do that, then I'll take the chances. I'll take the odds with everything else at a 55-45 or a 60-40, and just try to be a better opponent or a better player to my opponent.
Yeah, so I know Amber Steel Hyper Aggro is going to try to do it. Everybody's going to play like low to the ground Amber Steel and just try to say YOLO and see if I can just kill my opponent. But it's bad on the draw, you know? So that's going to be a
Yeah.
risky play because like most of the decks can beat you on a play. Blue Red still can beat you on a play. Red Purple definitely can beat you on a play. If you go Daisy and Quest and give them a Fox, they just kill everything and template you out of the game.
Mm.
And even green purple can beat you. So it's gonna be an interesting meta to see. But I already know blue red's gonna be the top. It's gonna be red purple, and it's gonna be Amber Steel. But if you playing in the last chance qualifier, I think Amber Steel is the best deck to play to win those tournaments because Amber Steel got a good matchup versus majority of the field, like Blurple, green purple, red purple, everything. And if they play Piglet too, they just beat Blue Red sometimes too. So that's a risk I would take if I was amateur player.
So we have someone. Yeah, we have someone going up there with you, right? To play in the one of the
Yeah,
LCQs.
we got like 3 people going. So yeah,
Okay, okay. And they all got tickets or just one?
we all got tickets.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, would you tell them the same thing? Just say, hey guys, just play
Yeah,
Ambersale,
but
just play Ambersale.
yeah, but everybody be like, I want to play Blue Steel, and I'm like, I don't do it. And like, but Blue Steel won in the last chance qualifier. I'm like, if you play against a lot of Blue Red, you're gonna lose them games, and then you're gonna be sad because there'll be a lot of Blue Red players. If you get
Yeah,
lucky and dodge, but even Ambersale aggro can kill you with daisies. They go turn 1 daisy, turn 2 daisy, Blue Steel dies. So I wouldn't recommend it, but it's you got one life. Go ahead, play your best deck. Play the
I
deck
mean,
you like the
hey,
most.
yeah. I mean, at that point, I mean, there's a lot of variables that go into that. I wish
Well,
they had more. I don't know if there would be more pods, but like maybe have like 3 pods versus like you can only get into one. Um,
mm,
well, I mean, we'll see how that goes. Here's a question I just thought of off the top of my head. Do you think they're gonna have LCQs for Worlds?
that's just worlds. No, to be honest, because you got to get to nationals to get to worlds. So it'll be like if you do LCQ to worlds and then you win, like that's like huge, you know.
Yeah,
So I
no,
don't think they get somebody
I
give a
was
lot of
living
people a
in like
chance.
I was just living in La La Land. Is that like even a possibility? Like probably not.
They could though. They could be like doing pods and only like 10 players can get in to
Well,
worlds extra.
yeah, because Pokemon Worlds, I believe in Hawaii was having those. They had like 6 or 7 pods where if you won the event, you queued for Worlds.
That'd be cool.
Um,
I would join those definitely.
oh, of course. I mean, there's no reason why anybody
I'd
wouldn't,
be like, oh,
especially.
and it'd be best of 3 to get into worlds. I'd be like, oh, nobody can stop me.
Yeah, that's fair. Um,
But the reason why they wouldn't do it because it's a high stakes, and I know some people are gonna make it. People that make it's gonna be really lucky, and people that didn't do challenges or got into nationals, they just get in worlds for free. It's like, I don't know, kind of awkward a little bit, you know. Like, oh, I never played no DLCs, and I never did any challenges, and I just went here
well,
and
but I mean,
wanted to get to worlds.
you could say the same thing for the LCQs for Continentals.
Yeah, because but this was like getting to
You
Continentals
had to do
to
well at a
go to.
challenge.
Yeah, but it's like it's different. It's like it's a regular content. Like let's see, I'm gonna put this. So nationals is like the way to get to worlds, right?
Sure.
So it's like a big step to get into worlds.
Mm-hmm.
And if you was to do last chance qualifier to get to that big step,
Mm-hmm.
it's still a long way to go. But if you do last chance qualifier for worlds, oh, we just got into worlds easily, you know. So it's
Well, I
like
mean, you say
a bigger
easily, but
thing.
you say
Easily,
it's
but it's
easy,
like
but like
if they
if
do
the
a
people
pod,
that well, of course, you
hmm
could high roll, you could low roll. I mean, that's the
yep.
nature of TCGs. But it's just like I wouldn't put it on the same level as like how that works. Is look at the guy that
hmm
got second at EU.
Yeah.
He was an LCQ winner and goes off and gets his world's invite by going through LCQs. Look,
hmm
I'm not saying that
I know
I
it's
think
just
it
like
definitely
it
would
will be,
happen.
but they could do it.
It's just like would they do something like that? Like would they
Yeah,
do
they
LCQs
could.
and how would people
You never
respond
know.
to it?
They were
You
like
know?
they could do it, but it's gonna fill up in like 2 seconds. So
Oh,
most people are gonna get in.
100%. It's 100. Yeah, 100%. I
So it's
mean,
like they could do it. That'd be awesome to do.
yeah, that I could see like maybe doing some sort of something like side events. I think Ravensburger and they're doing really well with it, especially like running the side events and stuff like that. So, and I'm wondering because I think World is actually at Orlando, right?
Yeah,
Disney
it's in
World.
Orlando,
Yeah, so it's like right down the road.
right?
So
No, right down the road
I'll bring
at
my
Valley of the
wife.
Worlds.
We'll just show up and then go to Disney and
Yeah,
and cheer you on or whatever, play Lorcana or whatever. So
yeah. If I make it a world, it's gonna be a hard one. I'm testing a lot and rack my brain. I'm like hurting my head thinking about all the deck lists, all the possibilities. Like at the 8K tournament, I played a lot of one-ups just to test and figure out what was good, what was bad. And I played a lot of one-ups, and then the deck felt really good. My only loss was to red purple in the Swiss, and then I lost to red purple again in the top four. And I beat all the aggro decks. I beat all different decks. I play against red blue 3 times, and I beat them every time. I'm really good in the mirror for some reason. Like I haven't lost the mirror in a long time.
Well, I mean, you play the deck enough, you'll
Yeah.
know the ins and outs. I know one of the interesting ones I saw in there was you were playing Stone Dragon. Every time I saw you play that card, I just felt like you were just gaining value off that card, like almost like it was just so good.
If you watch my game though, I went turn 3 Greystone Dragon, and I didn't ink, and I just passed turn.
Yeah, I know
all
the announcers were just like they had no idea what was going on, and they were like, is this part of the play? Is this the big brain to make him think he doesn't have anything inkable? And I'm like, okay. I mean, I guess because it played out real well.
Yeah.
Did you forget to ink, or did you just not want to ink?
I did it on purpose. So what happened was I was like, my hand was 5 cards, right? And I had double Hiram, and I had 2 Tomatoes in hand. I think it was. And I was like, I need the Tomatoes to win the game. I need 2 Hirams to win the game. So do I ink Stone Dragon and play Hiram, draw 2 cards, knowing he's gonna kill it on turn 3? You know? And I already had a Tipo out, so I'm like, I can quest with Tipo, and then if I play Hiram, he kills it with a baby Sisu, and then I play another Hiram, draw 2 more cards, but then I will have another item, you know?
Hmm.
So I was like, all right, well, how about this? I play Greystone Dragon on 3, don't ink, quest with Tipo, pass turn. So now, because he missed his turn 2 ramp, so he's going to go turn 3. Either he killed Tipo with a baby Sisu, or he just inks and pass turn. So then he inks on turn 3 and pass turn without killing Tipo or nothing. So nothing changes. That's a big brain play. Nothing changes. So now I untap, quest for Tipo, draw inkable, ink it, still got Tomato and 2 Hirams, play the Hiram, draw 2 cards. Now he's gonna kill the Hiram, and I'm gonna be able to use Greystone Dragon to get a lot of card value before I have to pop it with another Hiram. That was the plan. And it worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
I won the game, and I had like, I think that's the game when I had like 3 cards in hand. He had like 20, and I was like, up, and I won because I was at 18 lower by like turn 8.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely played out. Everyone everyone noticed it, and they were just as either shocked or confused, or knew what you were doing, knew what the chef was cooking up, and it happened.
They asked me after the match. They're like, "Why did you ink why did you play the Stone Dragon and they played that didn't ink?" I like because I wanted to save all my card values, the big cards.
You wanted to save the most important cards in the matchup, so that makes perfect sense. So, well,
I should be telling all my secrets though. Now everybody will be like, "Oh, so this one."
Well, that's so situational. That's so situational.
It's situational. I'm saying, but now they know what.
You know, I swear, if I start seeing people go turn 3, play Stone Dragon, no ink pass, just to do it, I'm immediately calling you and yelling at you. Like, do you know the trend you have started? Why would you do this? Because now people are mad because it was a really bad play because it was such a very situational play. So
nah, it was situational. I was like down cards, and he didn't do nothing, so that's why. And I think, but that's fine. That's it. What it is. If y'all don't know, go watch that video on Southside Gaming. It was good.
Is it on their YouTube or is it on their Twitch? Because I tried their Twitch and I didn't see the VOD.
It's on the Twitch. Just go to their recent last playlist. But yeah.
Because I didn't see if it was on
there. Worry about that.
Let's see, Southside. Oh no!
You didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
I don't want the trailer for Valorant. The game's terrible.
I don't know if red purple is gonna make a big swing, so we
I
gotta
like this. I
make a
like
meta
this
call
from Jack.
and put in some hate for red purple. Like when I play against, like when I played in Vegas, I thought red purple was gonna be the best deck, and I put in like 3 Gaston. And I never played red purple, so that's the only thing that's gonna make my brain hurt the most. Like, do I prep for red purple, or do I say if I lose to it, I lose to it? You know?
Well, I mean, you're probably talking about one of the most, if not the most
Yeah.
played decks. I mean, is red purple, red blue?
Like,
I mean, I'm not saying Amber Still's not going to be up there. You know, like you're talking probably about, I don't know, probably about a 2% difference between all three of these decks. But I mean, you're saying, do I tech for the deck that's going to be in high numbers, or just accept losing to it? Just pray I dodge it all day. You know how many times you said that, and you've immediately said after, like,
but
during the day.
most of my dodged it. Like that was the only time I played it was the last deck. You know, I played no red purple today. Not today, but yesterday, and to the final round.
Right.
So that's where I'm like, interesting. What that should be it. I'm pretty sure. Doing a long video. This one.
Yeah, I mean, that's yeah, okay. So I could definitely see your thought process there. So, but all right, man. I mean, yeah, I leave this week for Atlanta, so I won't get to. I mean, I'll obviously be talking to you all day, letting you know how bad I'm doing at the Atlanta events. So just, you know, you can just listen to my salt stories. But we probably won't be able to get another video in until after your Continentals trip, because I come
Yeah,
back.
it's gonna be fun.
When do you leave? Right, you leave Thursday, the following Thursday.
Yep, I leave not this Thursday, but next Thursday, and I just hope that I do good to get to Worlds.
You're gonna do fine. But yeah, all right. So we'll get back with we'll do a video after you get back from Continentals. We'll talk about it and go from there. But John, it's always a pleasure. You know, if anyone here has comments or questions for him, put them in the comments below. We'll put his Patreon down there. Keep an eye on that because he's going to be posting a lot of stuff coming up, especially with Continentals.
Yep, and another thing, if you want to play test and grind some games, I need some people to play some of the best decks and know what they're actually doing, so I can actually test first of them.
Yep.
Just hit me up on Discord, same name, Dragon John Z, and see you guys soon.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button.
I'll see you guys next time.
Yes, sir. All right. We out.
Undeniable. Winning every game, his skills reliable. Pick some ducks and power plays, dropping jaws. Every move a champ, breaking all the laws. John, the Lorcana gladiator. Cards in play, he's a fantasy creator. Victory lights, Disney dreams unfold. Table 1, John, his story's magic gold.